We'll begin our meditation by inviting our bodies into a comfortable position. If you're seated, make sure you have support underneath you. Maybe blocks or blankets rolled up underneath your knees. Maybe something to support your back if need be. If you're lying down, make yourself comfortable. Maybe taking a blanket over your body or a pillow underneath the back of your head. So take your time to arrive into a shape that invites ease in the body, knowing that you can always shift if need be. But by taking this time now to invite your body into comfort, you can eliminate the need to do so as we come into our meditation. So once you've arrived into that comfortable space, maybe making any final fidgets, any final little movements, you can start to invite your mind into the sensations in the body. Give the body a quick scan over from head to toe. Just noting how you feel in this moment. And then we'll direct our attention to the space around the heart. To the space around the front of the chest, the collarbones, the backs of the shoulders, and the upper back. Notice any sensation specifically here. And without necessarily judging the sensation, begin to invite your awareness into what it is that you feel. If there's a sense of constriction, can you allow it to be just that without labeling it as bad or good? If there's a sense of openness already, of freedom in this space, can you allow it to be? You might notice the beating of your heart, or imagine it beating inside of you. And I invite you to concentrate on this space, on the sensation, allowing everything else around you in the room, any other thoughts that might come into your mind, to just be muted into the background for the time being. And it's normal for other thoughts to arise. But if they do, can you notice them? Without placing judgment on them, just allow them to pass. And then continue to invite your awareness back to the space around your heart. Back to that sensation of that physical part of your body. And I'll be quiet for a moment as you direct your attention to this space. Now notice again where your attention has gone. If it's wandered from the space around the heart, invite it back, gently, lovingly, reminding yourself to stay present. And then begin to notice the sensation of breath as it moves beyond the space of the heart, as it moves beyond the space of the lungs to inflate the diaphragm. Notice if you can keep the space around your heart passive, So the chest, the collarbones, move very little as the air travels in and out of you. Instead, the belly can inflate. And this movement of breath can be gentle, can be subtle, can be soothing. Notice any spaces around the belly that feel restricted. If you do encounter spaces that feel tight, that feel tense, that feel held, just invite your breath into these spaces. As if you're inviting in nourishment. Notice the ribs expanding. Notice the mid-back expanding. So that rather than just the belly going straight forward, you can feel your breath traveling 360 degrees. Soothing your body. As you invite your breath to expand into places of restriction, you don't necessarily need to make the breath deeper or bigger. You can make it subtle, breathing in just as much as you need, but breathing in lower, maybe breathing in softer, as the space around the heart continues to stay pacified, to stay still. Then notice, as you're expanding your breath into restricted spaces, if any thoughts, feelings, emotions float to the surface of your mind. Again, rather than labeling those thoughts and judging them, just notice. Maybe thinking, isn't that interesting that I'm thinking this thing? I'll invite you to take your focus to your thoughts now. Noticing what you're thinking. Noticing what the emotional tone is to your thoughts. If you notice emotions, can you notice where you feel them in your body? As you're watching the thoughts, invite a sense of curiosity. And I'll be quiet for a moment as you continue to watch thoughts, emotions float by without grasping, but continuing to come back to center, continuing to come back to the feeling of thinking itself. And if your mind has taken you away with a thought, if you've traveled off from the process of thinking, from the awareness of thinking, just begin to invite your awareness back. back to the act of thinking, to anchor us into concentration, to anchor us into the patterns of flux, of movement of the mind. I invite you to take a mantra. We'll be doing a loving kindness or a metta meditation. I'll repeat a few phrases, and you can repeat them back silently in your mind. So as I say the following phrase, without opening your lips, with keeping stillness, you can think the words and notice what you feel. First, we'll direct this loving kindness energy to ourselves. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease, happiness, and compassion towards others. Notice what you feel. And we'll expand that loving kindness energy out to someone who's in need. So this could be anyone. Maybe it's the first person who comes to mind, who needs a little bit of care, who needs a bit of compassion. You can bring that person to mind and repeat in your mind's eye the following words. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease, happiness, and compassion towards others. And you can imagine how that person might feel receiving this loving energy. And finally, we'll direct this loving kindness towards the planet as a whole, towards all of us, humanity, all who are inhabiting this world. And in your mind's eye, you can repeat the next few phrases. May we be healthy. May we be safe. May we live with ease, happiness, and compassion towards others. Notice what you feel. Notice where you feel it in your body. And now I invite you to imagine a place that has those qualities you just thought of loving kindness. A place that feels healthy, that feels safe, that feels as though we can live with ease, happiness, and compassion. This place might be real. It might be the memory of something you've experienced. Maybe it feels like your home. A memory from you when you were a child. Maybe a grandparent's house. Or it could be a fictitious place. Something that only exists in your imagination. Whichever place you choose, I invite you to notice the details. What does that place look like? What do you hear in that place? What does this place smell like? What do you feel? And I'll be quiet for the next minute or so as you use your imagination to paint a picture of this place. Anytime your mind wanders off from this space, gently guide it back to the vivacity of the detail that you're creating. And I'll be quiet as you do so. And if your mind has wandered elsewhere, just begin to invite it back to your imagination of a world of loving kindness. Invite your mind now back into your own thoughts, your own emotions, noting anything that came up during this meditation, knowing that if it is important, you can always come back to it later. And invite your awareness back to your breath. Maybe letting it become just a little more expansive once again. Take your awareness to your body, noticing how you feel. And begin to invite gentle movements back to your body. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Maybe drawing your shoulder blades inward and expanding the space across your heart. If you'd like to stay in this comfortable meditation, in this comfortable position that you're in, you can stay longer. Otherwise, when you're ready, you can blink your eyes back open as you return to your space.